Hello and welcome. Welcome to the Crafty Corner. I'm Audra Monk, the Crafty Yogi, and welcome to my January-June 2021 catalog countdown, day 5. Day 5, it's the last one. It's the last one, however, tomorrow night at 8:30 is a catalog walkthrough. So I can show you everything in the catalog tomorrow. I can get you now, you may have already shopped by the time you get to my catalog walkthrough tomorrow, but maybe not. All right, so welcome. All right, the computer's working, the lights are working. I have had a great time this afternoon for a couple hours crafting with this Sea and Sand Suite. It's beautiful. All my beach lovers, stick with me here. It'll be worth it. You don't like the beach, you might want to go look at one of the other videos. There are 4 other ones. Last night we did the sweet strawberry. The night before we did the gold leafing and the treasured medallion. I do not know what I did on the second one. I really can't remember. And the first one was the love you always suite, which is what my Valentine banner class is, and I don't have it over here, so I can't show it to you again. I will post more pictures of it tomorrow, but it is on Facebook and my website under events, and there's one picture. What do I think? I think I have eight kits left, so you got to get your RSVP with payment in for that. So welcome. All right, one friend is here. Welcome. So we are just gonna start. I'll be posting lots of information about my open house after this video today. So starting, look for an email on Thursday and a post on Thursday about it. But let's talk about this suite. It is beautiful. If you love the beach, you're gonna love it. Let's take a look. So here we go. We have a stamp set. Friends are, oops, we also have a random piece of paper. Friends are like seashells. Let me make sure you can see it. There we go. It is a photopolymer stamp set. Almost none of them are in there because there's like a billion blocks here holding them all. This is a 2-step stamping, and I'm actually intrigued. I think that this would work really cool with that gold gilded leafing from the other day, but I did not have time to try it, and we're not going to try it tonight, but I'm going to put that on my list of things to try. So there's a beautiful stamp set with beautiful greetings, 2-step stamping for a lot of the shells. It's great. There is a really cool die set, okay? And I was a little conflicted about why did they make this big die? Because if I just want this shell die cut out, you know, I gotta finagle it a little bit. But I am sold now. I really am. Because there is this die, and then there is this embossing folder. And I am gonna show you how the die and the stamps and the embossing folder can all work together. It's amazing. There is also, I love embellishments, and these are super cute. They are sparkly, they are self-adhesive, they are 2 sizes, they are really cool. I've enjoyed those. And then, now here's the thing I haven't used, and I'm not gonna use it tonight. There is a sheet of stickers. I do scrapbook, and I feel that I would use these in my scrapbook. I'm not 100% sold on using them on a card, and I don't know why, although that little starfish is super cute. Anyway, there are stickers that are in this. Hey, Angie, welcome. Okay, so I was trying to decide the order I want to show you guys some things. And what I think is I'm going to show you, you know what, I'm just going to show you the card. I am. I was going to like help you make it and then show it to you, but look at this card. This is the set using all of the things. Using the die, the stamps, and the embossing folder. Using the DSP, using the little things. Isn't that beautiful? My daughter, I was like, can I show you my cards? And she's not a huge beach lover, but she does like seashells. And she looks at the cards and she goes, you could send me that one. So I was pretty excited. I'm like, okay, that means she must think this one is pretty top notch. And I think it's beautiful. I cased it from the catalog. You'll see tomorrow that there's a card very similar to this. This little twine is from, oh, that's what day 2 was. Day 2 was the snail set, and that's what this twine is. It's just some baker's twine in Blushing Bride. So I'm going to show you how to do this because it's really cool. It's a couple steps, totally worth the fun if you're, you know, a pretty avid crafter and you love the beach. So let's make a little room. All right, right, I'm gonna not make that go far. Okay, so there is designer series paper with this set. And then there is, and if you get my paper share, you will get a quarter piece of this. So you will have a piece. This is the pearlized paper. It's the same on the front and the back. It's kind of a nice vanilla color. And what we are gonna do is cut a piece. I'm not gonna make the whole card. I'm just gonna show you this and then we're gonna make a different card. But I want you to see this really cool way. So you need it to be, I'm gonna go ahead and just do 4. And if a little bit of the leafy things don't come up, I think that's okay. So the pack of this, you get 2 pieces of this pearlized paper in there. And then I'm gonna do 5 1/4. If you really want the whole thing, you need 5 1/2 by something else. If you wanna get the whole entire thing here. Okay, so you have that paper, and then step 1 is die cut. Okay, which is kind of, you're like, what? But trust me, step 1 is die cut. So you're gonna get the big die out, and you do need the full-size Stamp and Emboss machine, because to die cut and emboss this, that's what you need. All right, so there will be camera shake when I put this through, so sorry about that. Okay, so you put the die on there, and then you're gonna just put it in here, put your lid on, and roll that through. Oh, there we go. Okay. And again, you're gonna have a giant mess. I have a giant mess on the floor from last night that I didn't clean up, so it's gonna be really messy. So tomorrow, I might have to vacuum. And then you're gonna take this off. We're gonna need the die machine in just a moment. Where am I gonna put, I guess it's going on the floor. This is quite terrible. I don't normally make a giant mess on the floor, but some days you do. All right, and then we're gonna poke all the little extras out of this. Get your, they should come out pretty easy. Mine are coming out pretty easy so far. And they're not super tiny, but you wanna get them out. Whatever you call those little bits. Okay. And then, so that's step 1 is to die cut. Step 2 is to stamp. All right, and so I'm gonna do slightly different colors, I think, this time. Let me look at the DSP. I think I used most of the colors in the DSP. It just says Blushing Bride. Ooh, let's use Flirty Flamingo. Ooh, and Melon Mambo, Sahara Sand, Seaside Spray, and So Saffron. Okay, so it's a lot of pinks. So I'm gonna make this one all pinky. So let's get some Flirty Flamingo. So when you're stamping, I just stamped the outline, okay? I'm pretty sure you could do both the outline and the fill-in, but I just did the outline to give it a little bit of color. And you're just gonna line that up on there and stamp it. Now this paper is a little bit glossy, so we're gonna let this sit a little bit. So see how I stamped that on there? So that's my Flirty Flamingo. Let's make this next one. This is gonna be a really nice pink card. Okay, we need this big guy. I don't know what kind of shell that is. Haven't used Melon Mambo in a while, so hopefully it's got some ink on there. I really need to, ooh, it does. I need to re-ink all my ink pads. Okay, so Melon Mambo. Ta-da! And it's okay if you don't get it 100% perfect. It really is. Okay, let's go Blushing Bride. That's our other pink. And then we'll repeat one of those. Okay, so we'll do all of them. And so you just turn and put it on there. Ta-da. Okay, and then you know what? Bring me that melon. I'm going to do those 2 bolder colors each again. So my little teeny shell friend here. I don't think that's the right one. Ah, it's this one. There are 2 little shells. And you probably could do it with either. Ta-da! And then we need our Flirty Flamingo back for that last one. So we're just gonna make a pile of pink shells. Okay, one more here. And that is, where is that shell? Here it is. Which way does that go? I feel like it went this way. Okay, maybe it didn't quite go that way. I feel like I did that wrong, but it'll be okay. All right, and then you can also color this. So I did not color it on this one, but I colored it on another project, which I'm going to show you later. So I'm going to go with, let's start with the light and see what it looks like. Some light, you know what? I want to do the other end, I think. This might be too light. Yeah, you can barely see that. So let's go with the dark seafoam. I did Old Olive on my other one, but then I thought, oh, duh, we have a color called seafoam. So we're going to do a mix of Old Olive and seafoam. So we're going to color that. So anything that is this stuff, we're going to color it. I think it's cool that you can color it. Okay, oh, here's another piece of that kind. I feel like that one's that same kind. Okay, and then we're going to do light Old Olive. Oops, I want the brush. On these little guys. And get them so they're a little darker green. You're going to see it's even going to emboss those, which is really cool. So we're going to color this little guy, and then we're going to let it rest. Oops, be careful you don't get into your other color. Did you see how that started to run in the pink? So it stays wet for a little bit, and so we're going to let it dry some while we do a different card, and then we will come back to this one. Oops, and it looks like I need a little bit of this here. Okay. So now we're going to let this dry, and don't worry, we will come back to it in a couple minutes. All right, so set that aside. So you can stamp on the pearlized paper. You can also, let's move that out of the way. You can also, and this is one of my favorite things to do. Well, okay, they're all my favorite things to do. If Nadine's here, she will confirm said statement. Hold on, I'm getting some paper. Okay, is that you can stamp color on color. So we're going to use some of the other stamps that there are dies for. And make a really cute, I'm casing this card totally from the catalog, a sand dollar, and then a starfish. So I think that is so saffron. I don't know, that looks a little darker, but we're going to see what happens. Oh, yeah. And then we're going to do a starfish here. Where's the little starfish guy? Yeah, that shows up. There was the cutest little tiny, I think it's like a little 3x3 or 4x4 card, but we're going to make it into a full-size card. So let me grab some scissors. So we're going to make two things together. And then I have a plan for one using tons of DSP. I saw another card that really inspired me, but we'll have to do that later. Okay, so let's die cut this out. Now these little dies you could do with your mini boss, if you wanted, but I have the big one here, so I'm just going to use that. Okay. Put these two pieces on here. Now, where's my dies? So there is an outline die for your sand dollar. And there is a die for your starfish. And then there is a die for the tiny shell, and there are two stamps that are more greenery, sea grass kind of things. Okay, what are the chances I can keep that and not have to take that down? All right, we're going to try it. So when you do that, you want to push it down, hold it steady, and then go through. The big thing is you don't want it to bounce or bump, because then it will leave the place. All right, I'm happy with those. Okay. So that gives us a star and a sand dollar. All right, so let's put this together. We're going to get out a piece of designer series paper. And I'm totally just copying this in general from the catalog. They used this one. Look how cute it is. Look at that paper. Isn't that pretty? And so we are going to cut this just standard card front size. 5 1/4 by 4. I'm going to attempt to not do too many layers on this because people might think she really does layer the paper, because the card in my head that I saw, I was like, oh my gosh, this person is my spirit animal because they made a card with so many layers. I think I'm actually going to make just slightly less layers than them. All right, I got to take my sweatshirt off. You can't see it, but I thought that it was chilly enough and I'd be okay, but nope, too hot with the lights going. Okay, so we have that. And then we need a card base, and I'm going to do Sahara Sand, because that's the color. I did and I don't have any cut, I think. All right, so we're going to cut this in half at 5 1/2. Okay. And then when this is done, you probably don't have to wait quite this long to let that dry, but you definitely want to wait a few minutes on the pearlized paper thing. So look at this. And then we put this on here. How cute is that? And then we have these little cuties here. Should I put something behind them? They actually look kind of cute like that. Let's see if I have a handy dandy circle. Hold on. I'm going to consult my top secret catalog that you can't see until tomorrow, unless you picked one up. So remember, if you don't have a demo and you need a catalog, let me know. Oh, they did just put that on there. Yes, they did. All right. Oh, I see what they did. Okay. They did. They just stuck it on there. And it looks really cute. I think it's me that I wanted to have more layers, but I'm going to go with it because I think it's really cute. All right, so we got those. It's probably because I have a bigger card than what they made in the catalog. All right, and then we're going to add, I want white. We're going to add white twine going around that little guy. See if I can get some white twine out. I can. All right, so we're not going to put that down so that we can wrap the twine around it. Woo! Oh, it needs to be longer. Okay. Give that a little snip. All right, my friends, we are just going to tie this up. So if you want the twine that is in White and Baker's and Blushing Bride, it is in the catalog next to the Snail Suite. I couldn't believe I couldn't remember what the second video was. That's what it was. I made some cute cards for that video. I'm actually excited about all these projects I've made. It's been kind of fun. Ooh, look at the back of that. That is really pretty. I think I have a pair of leggings that are similar to that. Maybe I'll wear them tomorrow for work. It is really funny. One of my favorite memes I've seen, it's like, I'm going to do yoga. And then it's like, no, I'm going to craft in my yoga pants. And I'm like, well, I do both of the things in my yoga pants. I do the yoga and then I do the crafting in my yoga pants. Okay, and then that is going on. And then these little guys are getting lots of dimensionals. But it's okay if you do just crafting your yoga pants. But I think you should do some yoga too. All right, my plan is Wednesday at 2, as long as I can remember, that we'll do a Yoga for Crafters video. I haven't done one in a couple weeks. Okie dokie. That guy. This guy. And then I need a little word. I think, is there a hello in this set? What is, there's got to be something. There is a thank you. This would be a cute thank you card. All right. So let's do that. I was like, I knew there was something little. Thank you, and then there's a for you that is little. It's funny, one of the few stamps I have not gotten out. Okay, do I have black? And then I'm going to take one of my favorite little things to stamp on, the little 1/2-inch pieces that are left, and I'm going to stamp it. I'm going to stamp it in a blue, and I'm thinking Misty Moonlight. That's the color I used on that card I showed you guys. It would also look really cute on a piece of Misty Moonlight and then stamped in Versamark and embossed, heat embossed, so it would be white. That would be very cute. And then that little thank you is going to come, where do I want it? I want it down here. Okay, so it looks like it needs a little bit of dimensional on that side and a glued out on that side. Okay, here we go. Got a little bit of dimensional here. And then a glue dot right there. And then it goes right there. Oh, look at that cute little card. Oh, wait. Wait, we need the little gems. Where are the little gems? They are right here. Oh, and I'm going to need the embossing folder, so let me get that out too, because I see it. Hey, Anne, welcome. All right, and then we need these cute little guys. So you slide your tip of your scissors or your stamp and emboss tool under there. I feel like there should be one on there. One there. Nope, I'm going to do one of those bigger ones up here. There we go. Now look at that. So a sweet, simple card can be beautiful. Look at that. Little sparkle. Little thank you. I probably would trim these little strings down just a hair. No, I'm going to leave that one on. Okay, so that is a really cute card. Nice and simple and easy. All right, now let's go back to the not hard, but the mini step card. Okay, so we need our emboss machine. All right, and let me catch you up to snuff if you weren't here already. So we have this little cutie, the pearlized paper. We have die cut it out, and then we have stamped the stamps of the shells on there. And I have colored with Stampin' Blends the garden stuff, the seaweed. Okay. So that's where we are, and now we're going to emboss. So to emboss, you take out your extra plates. This embossing folder is a 3D embossing folder. You're going to open it with the Stampin' Up! Emblem up, and then you're going to take your thing and put it in here and line it up. Okay, you're going to line it all up on there and close it up. Then, oops, I moved it. Hold on, let me line it up down here. There we go. So line it up carefully and then close it up. Then get your number 4 plate. Oh, and I did this with the crank at the back. But let's see if I can crank it back there. And crank that through. Okay, move that little guy out of the way. And then, first of all, look at the back. Look at the amount of embossing you get in there. That is very impressive. And then carefully get this off. I did leave some ink there, so I will clean that later. And look at that. Isn't that pretty? It's beautiful. And then all you gotta do, here, let me show you the finished card, is put it on a card, add some layers behind it. Oh, that is so pretty. That just makes me happy. Okay, so there's that. You can also cut these apart and use them. And I'm going to show you, so we're going to wrap up here. I'm going to show you, wait, I'm going to show you one more simple project first. Here is just embossed. No added ink, no added anything. Some linen thread. I did stamp the one that looks like sand on here and the cute little greeting. So it's nice like that, right? It's nice like this. And then you can cut these apart. I'm not going to cut them apart. I'm going to show you what I made. Look at this. How cute is that? I made a little piece of frame. I always call these things framed art. So I cut the seashells apart, and then I curled them under a little, and I put a ton of dimensionals. Hi Jill, thank you. I put a ton of dimensionals behind them. And I think, I mean, this, like, if you like beach things, you're gonna laugh. My downstairs bathroom is a little beachy, and I've been putting all the framed samplers we've made in there. And I'm gonna add this to it. So I think it's really fun. Let me take it out so you can see it a little better. I have some white frames. I'm gonna try and see if I like the white frame or the black frame better. These are 8x8 frames. I get them at Michael's. You could do a little tiny 6x6 like we did the other day. I'm gonna get it out. And you can do the 9x9s. You could really have a lot of fun. Oh my goodness, is it stuck in there? Wait a minute, I don't wanna hurt it. Ah, don't use the pointy end. These pick-me-up tools, they have, you flip it. There we go. Now you can see how pretty it is up close. It does look really pretty in the frame, but for on camera. And so what I did, this is the DSP, Blushing Bride, Sahara Sand, Balmy Blue, and I colored this with Old Olive, 2 colors of Old Olive here, the light here, and then the little shells, all nice and softly colored. So I think it's super fun. You can see it that way. That shows up better. And it's such a great set, and you can do so much with it. You can do as much or as little as you want, because remember the one card we just made. Super easy, super cute. Not a lot of work. So it's a great set. I think you're going to need to add it to your list. And I will take pictures of these tomorrow in the day. Well, hopefully it'll be sunny enough in the morning because I have to leave to go to the yoga studio. But I'll take pictures and post them, and I'll put this on a card probably tomorrow afternoon. I think that's really fun to do. And it's called Sand and Sea. Let me show you the rest of the paper because I didn't do that. So the paper, just like normal, and I am going to make another card using a whole bunch of DSP tomorrow. There are the oceany prints, and then there's the more like artistic ones that kind of look like ocean and sand and things like that. So they are very, very pretty. This one is pretty too. So I think, oh, thank you guys. I'm glad you liked that. I was so excited about that project. I was like, it was time for dinner, and I was like, wait, I'm almost done. Okay, so we did it. And this is the shortest video yet. That's because the other project I want to make, I don't have measurements for, and I know it's going to be fiddly, and I'm going to have to play with it. And I don't want you to have to suffer through that with me. So thank you so much. I hope that you've enjoyed this little countdown of some of my favorite bundles coming in the new January to June mini catalog, which starts tomorrow. As far as I know, I still have paper share left. So if you really want to get on the paper share, send me a message and give me a payment tonight. If you want the Valentine banner, you need to let me know. And then look out, open house. Open house is on the, hold on, I gotta post a note again. Open house is on the 24th at 1:30. It's gonna be right here on this same Facebook page. There'll be several presentations. If you want the make and take packet, I need to know around the 9th or the 10th. I'm gonna start working on them next week. And you're going to want to order using the host code, okay? WTNKCAUG. It's in the comments of this. You want to use the host code because there are going to be purchasing incentives. And one of them is that I'm going to raffle off a Stamp and Emboss machine, a full-size one. I'm still working out the numbers. I didn't even have time to think about it today. And there'll be some smaller things that you could win in the raffles. So it's good to shop with the host code for the open house. And if you're ever interested in joining my team, let me know. I'll do a presentation about that. You know, anything you need to know about paper crafting, card making that has to do with great Stampin' Up! Products, contact me. I'm your girl. All right, so I think that's everything. So thank you guys that joined me. Thank you for those that watch this later on YouTube or Facebook. Give me a like, give me a love, give me your comments, give me your questions. I will get to them the best I can. Stay crafty, and I will see you next time. Catalog walkthrough tomorrow. You know, I said it's going to be at 8:30. I think it's going to be earlier. I think it's going to be like at 4 or 5. I take that back. I think I need to do it earlier. So there we go. This is how you make plans. You just change them as you go. Anyhow, thank you so much, and I will see you next time.